Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah Schoening, and today I'm going to be talking about sharks, their importance, and why we need to protect them. So first, I'm going to explain why people's fear of sharks is unjustified, because I think that's an important step in getting people to help protect the sharks. So all of these pictures have one thing in common, and that is they are all more dangerous to you than sharks. So I'm sure that you've heard a bunch of crazy statistics about how unlikely it is to be attacked or killed by a shark, but I'm going to give you some more. So your chance of being attacked by a shark are 1 in 11.5 million. It's more likely that you'll die in a car collision with a deer or from a coconut falling on your head than from a shark attack. In 1 year in the United States, sharks injured 13 people, and in that same year, ladders injured over 200,000 people. You're 30 times more likely to be struck by lightning, and in one memorable study between 1977 and 1995, they tracked how many people died from vending machines falling over, and the result was 37 people, which is twice the number of people that were killed by sharks during those years. So this slide shows the world's deadliest animals, and that's based on how many people those animals kill each year. So the number one animal is a mosquito, and then people, and sharks are at the very bottom, tied for last with wolves. So that can ease your fears. But although sharks kill less than 10 people per year, we kill up to 100 million sharks per year. So in the top in navy, that's about how many people die each year from sharks, but underneath that in red, that's how many sharks die per hour because people kill them. Sharks are extremely important, whether we realize it or not. Their position on the marine food chain is at the very top, and so it's crucial. One of their jobs at the top of the food chain is to keep other species of fish healthy. So they prey on the weak and the sick, so it keeps outbreaks of diseases from occurring in the ocean. And also, they help to keep the ecosystem at balance. All species are super important to any ecosystem because there's a balance, and so if an animal goes extinct, it takes a while for the ecosystem to adjust, but we're not sure what could happen if you take out such a huge player in the ecosystem. So some of the predicted side effects that could happen if they go extinct are a collapse of fisheries, which is a huge job market, a worldwide food shortage, and the death of coral reefs. So those are all really scary consequences. And a lot of people seem to think that the ocean's ecosystem is detached from ours, but that's not true. The ocean provides 1/3 of our food. It produces more oxygen than all of the rainforests combined. It removes half of man-made carbon dioxide, and it helps to control the temperature and weather that we're used to. So it is very important to us. Sharks are definitely in danger. They've been around for 450 million years, but at the current rate, they could be gone in the next few decades. This chart shows 8 species of sharks and how their population has declined since around the 1970s. But that's not all of it. There are 143 shark species at high risk of extinction right now. And the situation is made worse because sharks don't mature until they're 12 to 15 years old, and even then they can only have 1 to 2 pups at a time. So it's extremely difficult for them to recover from a population decline, especially one this drastic. So one way to save the sharks is by banning finning, which, in case you don't know what finning is, it is when they catch sharks in bulk and they chop off their fins while they're still alive, and then they throw them into the ocean to die. And so they die from drowning or starving to death. And it's cruel and it's wasteful because they waste the entire shark except for the fin. And the reason that this is so popular right now is because there's a demand for shark fin soup, which is a traditional food in a lot of countries, and it's considered to be a delicacy. And a lot of people seem to think that it has health benefits, but that's actually not true. It has a very high mercury content, so it's actually bad for you. And the tradition is putting an entire species, actually 143 species, at risk of extinction, so it really does need to be stopped. This is one fin market. Keep in mind there are countless fin markets in all different countries around the world. And so you can imagine how many sharks had to die just for this one fin market. But finning is not the only problem. Overfishing in general is a problem. It's some people's job just to catch sharks and kill them so there are less sharks in the water, because they think that that will give us more middle-sized fish, so we'll have more food. And that might be true short term, but long term, the side effects of that could be really bad. One of the possible chain reactions that they say could happen is that there originally is an overpopulation of middle-sized fish, so that would be good for food reasons. But then, what are they going to eat? There's not going to be enough small fish for the middle-sized fish to eat. So some scientists are going as far to say in a couple centuries that the oceans could be barren, which is very scary. So overall, saving the sharks is a cause worth investing time into, because at this rate, extinction is in the very near future for them. And we need to raise awareness because the predicted side effects of them becoming extinct could be devastating. Thank you.